welcome to 2020 Next Generation Networking Night in Western Canada. We have about 200 people joining us, and then the number is going up. Welcome, you guys.
안녕하십니까. Hello everyone, and welcome to the 2020 Next Generation Networking Night in Western Canada. As a result of the COVID-19 situation, we have moved the event online for the first time ever. This change has benefited us, as we have been able to welcome more participants this year, from Vancouver to all of Western Canada. I hope that you enjoy the evening and leave with some key takeaways. Thank you.
Hey, Jake. How are you? Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
All right. Thanks for coming out.
Thanks for having me. One of the reasons that I'm here tonight and excited to be here tonight is maybe to inspire or motivate the next generation of entrepreneurs.
Okay.
And I don't really want to put an age limit on that.
Okay.
Because, you know, the founder of Kentucky Fried Chicken, he started his business in the 60s. Right. So as long as you are young at heart, I think this story can, doesn't have to be for Koreans. It can be for any types of people, any types of age groups as well. So my family moved from Korea when I was very, very young, 6 months old. When my father left Korea to come to Canada, we only left with $350 to our family's name, which doesn't get you very far when you're moving to a new country.
Right.
I was brought up in that type of atmosphere of a very immigrant family, trying to come together and work their way up and make a foundation. I woke up early in the mornings every single day, went to the bakery and worked there, and then went to school, and then came back and worked at the bakery.
Wow.
And then Saturdays, I would work there full time. So I think being a part of an immigrant family, meaning we didn't come here with any money.
Right.
We have to start at the bottom and work our way up.
All right.
So very, very young, I guess I saw my parents work very, very hard. Looking back now, it gave me a very, very great foundation for work ethic.
Okay.
Today, InnoFoods is the largest organic snack foods company in the world.
Wow, really?
The only private company to sell in all regions of Costco globally. Our team members count is about 500 currently.
Wow.
And I would like to say we're very, very proud that we employ about 60-70% of Koreans.
Okay, wow.
And so like a very, very strong, tight-knit community here. Yes, I'm very, very proud of our company, not because of the results, but the values that we stand for.
Right.
But one thing I don't really like to do is like to influence people based off, look at my results.
Okay.
If you just listen to me, if you just like me, if you whatever, you can get the same results that I do. Success doesn't really mean money. Does it really mean like I can do anything I want and go travel anywhere I want, eat any food I want, wear any clothes I want? I don't think that's the definition of success. I heard a quote today saying, maybe one of the worst things that you can experience in this life is when your potential self meets your actual self.
Okay.
And you realize that the potential self is so much greater than what you thought you could be.
Right.
And so for me, when I live and the end of my life, I want to say I live my full potential.
Okay. The timing right now is that we are all going through the tough time right now with the COVID and the pandemic. How did you manage to actually overcome? And then what was your action to that? Like, what happened through that time?
If I'm going to share some insight about COVID, okay, one thing is everybody's in the same boat together. Right? Everybody's suffering together. March happened and sales decreased right away. It's like almost overnight it decreased.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, it's very difficult. A lot of the Costco's, Walmart's, all the supermarket channels, they had restrictions. To give you an example, Costco can take 2,500 people within their building for occupancy. They were only letting in 300 people at a time, 250 to 300 people. And so when you have 1/10 of your capacity walking through your building, our sales just decreased, right? And so that was a very, very difficult time for us. We said, okay, at least during this time, let's not lay off anybody. because we don't know what's going to happen. We said, okay, what are we going to do? We're going to choose to just go down with it. 6 to 8 months ago, COVID, a lot of companies shut down. A lot of companies launched. Which side do you choose to be on? What's the potential? How can we turn something that's tragic or chaotic or something like this pandemic into something that's going to help us? Right? So for us, we launched a new division of PPEs. We're set up to become one of the largest PPE masks manufacturers. We actually produce the mask machines.
Oh, really?
And we're in the bid for about 200 million masks from the federal government in this day.
Wow.
Before COVID, we didn't have any idea of what masks even are, or how to make them, or how to source all the materials to be able to make them. I'm happy to say, because of the hard work of our company and the sacrifices that we made, coming into August, where it started to kind of open up again, some sort of normalcy, we hired 25% more. So we went from 350 people to about 500 people.
As of now,
Yeah, as of now, because of the additional business that has come to. And we thought that there was opportunity. We pursued the opportunity. And we are a much stronger company now than pre-COVID. Yeah.
So besides this, your company's businesses, you know that you're also the author of the book here. I know you guys are familiar with this one. The Power of Today. And there's squares. So there's a meaning to it, I guess.
Yes, there is.
Can you actually, because a lot of people were asking about this one too. Can you tell us about a little story about this book?
The Power of Today I wrote in hopes to be able to help people. To give people a sort of a foundation to be able to achieve what they need to achieve. And this is one of the tools that I use for my foundation to be able to build upon to get the results that I do. So it's a very, very easy concept. The Power of Today, it's an acronym. T stands for time. O stands for opportunity. D stands for development. A stands for assessment. Y stands for yield. And when we get to yield, I'll explain why it's squared. Okay? So basically, T is your attitude towards time. I want to ask the question to the people in this room, online, and yourself. Do you know anybody that has passed away too early? I think everybody will come down to the conclusion, yes, I know somebody. For me, I love to live. I'm full of energy. Every day I'm very, very optimistic. But I know that I'm human, and one day I will die. And potentially, not that I want it to be, but potentially it can be tomorrow. I shared the story about an employee when we were beginning the beginning parts of the coconut cluster story about 5 years ago. There was a young girl named Minju. She was one of our best hardworking young ladies in our company. And she needed sponsorship to be able to extend her working visa and also to apply for a permanent residence. And because of her hard work, we said we'd love to sponsor you as a company. And so we agreed to do that. 3 days later, Mrs. Kim was her carpool buddy. She was calling, texting, and no answer.
All of a sudden.
All of a sudden. And the shift is about to start. So what happened is Minju, on the way to work, she got hit by a truck. And she passed away.
Just like that.
Just like that. And it was a shock to me. It was a shock to our whole company. We were trying to work, but we couldn't. Because somebody who worked beside us, shoulder to shoulder, sweating, making these coconut clusters, suddenly is gone from this earth. And it's
tragic.
And those were some of those memories are some of the hardest memories that I have. But I remember, it's so fragile. So for me, when we have the right attitude about time, tomorrow is not guaranteed for us. But sometimes we live like we're gonna live forever. Every single day I say, today. is all that's guaranteed for me.
So that's
So
working.
I'm going to live the full day. Once we have the right attitude of time, it's O, meaning opportunity.
Opportunity, okay.
So I have an opportunity. I meet you today, right?
Right.
Some people say, that Zoom, I'm lazy. I don't want to watch it tonight. I want to watch Netflix. Or I want to order pizza. I want to do something. It could be, right?
Yeah, right.
But if you look, there's opportunity all around you. And it's ready for those people who are prepared. This is something that I share with a lot of people. Their greatest opportunities are right in front of them, but they don't treat it as their opportunity, and they miss a lot of things.
I see.
Yeah.
All right.
So if you have the right attitude of time, if you are looking for the opportunity around you, you'll find it. D is development, meaning every single day within my time block, what did you do to get better? That's what it means. What did you do to challenge yourself? What development means to innovate, to change, to grow, right? To develop. Right? A is very, very important to me, very dear to my heart. I believe this is the one skill that people really overlook is assessment.
Assessment, okay.
What happened yesterday? That incident was not very good. How can I change it? And I think this is a very, very powerful tool. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes a day, you should evaluate your life. If you don't like the results, change it. Einstein said, if you do the same things day in and day out, over and over again, and expect a different result, input, output,
right?
If you do the same input and you expect different output, you're crazy.
Right.
That's what he said.
Okay.
So if we don't like the output, then what do we change? We have to change the input.
Right.
And yield is squared because yield in English has two meanings. To make a yield, like growing a crop, how much is a yield? So the first meaning is this. Before the sun goes down every single day, what did you produce? Second meaning of yield is to submit. What did you do today to serve other people? Success is this. How many people did you help? How much value did you make for them? That's success. People have a job. Most people have a job.
Yeah, you can hear you. Go ahead with the question.
But Jay, what kind of resources?
Tell your younger self.
Turning point of your life.
Like I said, I'm always chasing after.
All right. Okay, there you go.
Sandal Kang.
Clara Lee.
Culture, Koreans in general, we know a lot. You're talking too much. No, they're saying, but I think I'm still living my life.
Thank you very much. See you later. Thank you, Jay.